Well, Dwight, a huge bounce-back win. This victory over Scotts Valley, coming off that loss from Palma. Was it the week of practice everything you anticipated, I'd imagine?
From a standpoint of what we needed to improve on, yes. I'm actually very appreciative of what happened at Palma because sometimes you need to get humbled in that regard. And I think that it gave us a chance to look at some of the things that we're doing or weren't doing, and it gave us a great opportunity to grow as a football team.
Usually the run game is Scotts Valley's bread and butter. I mean, is that something that you focus on during practice?
Yeah, we understand that they're a team that likes to run the football. And you have to be able to stop the run against them if you want to have a chance at all. And I think that we did a consistent enough in order to put us in position to win the game.
I hear coaches talk all the time about how they can't sleep, or their wives say it, how the coach can't sleep after a loss. How are you on the night of a game, before the game, a big game?
How am I before the game?
Yeah, what was going through your head last night, type thing? Could you sleep?
Oh, the night before this one?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of, I'm a football guy,
So you didn't sleep?
It's for me, it's, trying to find the balance of how to turn it off and when, because, I have so much experience and things you want to make sure that you prepare your team as best possible to win the football game or just put them in position to succeed. And I think as a coach, you're always asking yourself if you've done that, or especially high school kids, are they understanding what the message I'm trying to give them, and things like that. Not so much of the X's and O's thing, but I would say it's about half and half. Part of it is X and O, obviously, and part of it is also, are they getting the message that's coming across? Because when you lose a game like you did in that situation, your team can really go two ways. Just wanting to really make sure that it's one game and it's something that we can learn from and grow from.
I just didn't know. That was a segue question in terms of, did you anticipate or envision a 9-minute drive to open this game? I know you didn't count on the 4 penalties or so in that drive, but
No, I don't think so. We needed to change some things that we were doing. We were a little bit more aggressive in our play calling, in terms of going for and fourth down and things of that nature. There's some things special teams wise I didn't like the previous game. So we're gonna have to make adjustments accordingly and be really strategic with kind of what we do with that phase of the game in conjunction with playing offensive defense.
Yeah. What do you tell Cole? He threw 2 interceptions, but he also threw 2 TDs. I mean, that kid's just confident, regardless, I'd imagine,
Yeah, he's very confident. He's very confident in his arm. I think sometimes that, he puts himself in a position where you're too confident, and you feel like you can make a throw or, your ability to bounce back is always something as a football player that's very important to be able to do.
Yeah.
And he's done that, since I've been working with him. He's done that on a consistent basis. I just think that sometimes he may look for the big play when, sometimes you taking what the defense gives you will put you in a better position later on in the game to take that big play.
Sure. Not to downplay what Jordan McCord has done this year, but we're talking about something pretty special, and he's just a junior.
Absolutely. His strip fumble on that last play last week he had another strip fumble from behind. That is something that we work on. But it's one thing to work on something, it's another thing to actually bring it to the game and execute it in the game. So to me, that shows his attention to detail and what we're trying to do, and then taking what's done on the practice field and applying it to the game. That's a special trait that players need to have, because you can have all the ability enrolled, but you have to be coachable. And to me, those situations show that he is coachable. And, I'm very excited for his future, moving forward this year and also in the next year and beyond.
Do you, as the ex-NFL or ex-football player for the Knights and San Jose State, do you get out there and run with the kids? I know you haven't put on pads, but do you get out there?
I have.
Oh, okay. You're not allowed to say that, I don't think. Okay. So that said,
I'm not hitting them.
Okay. So have you actually? This is interesting. Now, have you covered Jordan at all?
No.
Okay. Have you raced against him?
No.
How fast is he compared to you, or how fast is he on
A
this
lot
team?
of these kids, I think, I mean, right now are definitely going to be faster than me.
Okay. Well, you don't have a gut. There's still abs of steel right there.
It's different, though. You know,
yeah.
I ran for so long, I'm really over it.
Yeah. Actually, back 10 years ago, raced against some of Louis' kids at practice. I could barely even walk now, you know.
That's like an off-season thing that, like, if we want to like get some training in and stuff like that, you know, that's something that I could do. But no, these guys, they're so athletic, and a lot of it has to do with just their upbringing and being in different sports and not tying themselves to just one sport. It helps aid their athleticism. And you know, they get into the high school and they have so much experience of body movements, body control, ball skill, you know, playing all these various different sports.
Yeah.
So when they get on the field and then you hone that ability into executing something in a team setting, you know, that's when you get outstanding athletes.
Well, he's continually getting behind the secondary, you know, and like so I'm curious. I haven't seen him on track and field. I don't know if he ran last year.
He did run last year, yeah, he
but
did.
It's visible. I mean,
and I think that it helped him tremendously. He's also grown a little bit. You know, he was very, very short last year, and even shorter his freshman year. So I think that, you know, just getting a little bit more growing vertically, and confidence and the hard work that he puts in, not just with track and field, but the things that he's doing on his own as well. He's going above and beyond what's asked of him here, and you're seeing that the fruits of his labor on the field.
Are you trying to sell this kid already, or are you saying, hey, because you're height, maybe look at Cabrillo like I did?
I don't limit anybody. To me, if you have a goal of playing at a certain level, if that's what you want, go for that goal. You know, because if I listened to some people when I was coming up, I wouldn't have done some of the things I was able to do. So I don't like putting limits on people like that, because, you know, I played with Danny Woodhead, who about this tall, and, you know, all-time leading rusher, NCAA, all this type of stuff. Played with him in the Jets. You saw what he did with the Patriots. I was able to play with him again at the Chargers. He had a long, you know, 10-year career, and you know, I'm sure a whole lot of people didn't think that he was gonna have that type of career. So I don't put any limits on anybody. It's all about hard work. It's all about if you're coachable. There's some luck has to be involved, but you know, as long as you keep the faith and you have purpose with what you do, I think that you'll always find your way in terms of where you're supposed to be.
All right, thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.